What is what is going on, people? How you guys doing? It's been a while, man. Took some time off, spent some time with the family over the Easter weekend. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, and hopefully you had some time to celebrate Easter with your family and your loved ones. If you do celebrate, happy Easter to you guys, a belated one, of course. Um, and hope you guys are having a great day. So today is April 1st, man. Hopefully none of you guys have gotten any April Fool's pranks or anything like that. But excited to make a quick video. Just wanted to check in, has some topics on my mind that I wanted to discuss. For those of you that don't know me, if it's your first time tuning in, welcome. I appreciate you guys tuning in. A like, a comment, a subscribe will always be helpful. My name is Mark. I'm a native of Denver, huge Broncos, Nuggets, Avs fan, but just a really big fan of the sports in general. And so, really, just wanted to make this video as something that is, you can get some raw, quick content, some thoughts of a random person that's not, doesn't have a sort of agenda that I'm pushing. And I would love to invite some of my listeners to come on the show and let's discuss and let's talk about some things. So we've got a lot of Broncos talk, and I really wanted to kind of harp and make a video, quick episode, maybe on some Nuggets conversation because we're getting close to the playoffs. About 6 or 7 games left in the regular season, and there's some panic going on in Nuggets country, I guess, for lack of better words to be able to talk about. And so I just wanted to address it. We had a great win yesterday on Easter Sunday, and they looked great. They looked great doing it, man. They smashed the Cleveland Cavaliers. They did so without Jamal Murray. And so I think right now the biggest concern and the biggest thing that we need to really focus on as a team is, can we get to the playoffs fully healthy? Can we have Jamal back and back at 100% ready for the playoffs? But by no means does that mean that we need to pull some guys and rest people to get healthy into the playoffs. I'm a firm believer that you want to go into the playoffs with that mindset of playing good ball, playing in close games, really keeping that intensity up. Now, if you look at it, what happened last year, the Nuggets actually had the number one seed uh, locked up pretty early, and we rested some guys. And a lot of people were worried that we would start the playoffs a little bit slow. In fact, it was the opposite. We came out kind of firing right away. So it wasn't a big deal last year. I think you kind of have to read it. It's a year over year thing. And I could tell you that Mike Malone has definitely proven that he can make the right decisions. But I was thinking, because our bench has been so up and down, and our team kind of goes as the bench goes, right? Last year we had Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown gave a lot of that spark and that juice off the bench, at least offensively. This year we have some guys coming off the bench that are amazing defensive players. Christian Brown, Peyton Watson. These guys can really get it going defensively, but they kind of lack some of that offensive firepower, at least that consistent. So looking at ways that maybe we switch up the lineup, try some things where maybe Michael Porter Jr. can come off the bench, or play a little bit more minutes with the bench players. Same with Aaron Gordon, just to kind of give a little bit of that juice, and switch some things up. But Minnesota had a loss yesterday, which was really helpful for us. So that kind of locks us right now into the 2 seed. We've clinched the playoff berth, which is awesome. And really, if you look at it, we're going to be either the number one or the number two or the number 3 seed. I think that there's way too much being made right now about the 2 seed, about getting the number 1 seed. I think it's a little bit overhyped. And so I think if we get the 2 seed, we'll be totally fine with that. And it's something that we can work with. So right now, if the playoffs started today, we're the 2 seed. We'd be playing the Sacramento Kings. I don't have any issues with that. I think for me, I look at overall matchups and say, okay, who do we want to avoid round one? And to me, I didn't want to play um, Dallas. For whatever reason, that team scares me. They got a lot of firepower. And so if we can avoid playing Dallas, I think we match up really well against the Pelicans and the Kings. And the Phoenix Suns kind of freak you out a little bit too, which is why getting the number 1 seed doesn't really intrigue me that much. Because if we can avoid playing Phoenix round one, I'm good with that. Let Oklahoma City and Phoenix battle it out round one, and we can figure it out afterwards. But there's way too much panic going on in terms of overall playoff seeding. So just kind of my thoughts there. Right now, on the hockey side, the Avs are absolutely cooking. They are playing really, really good hockey. They've probably got a little bit of a goaltender, battle going on. Some people want Justus Annunen to be the starter, as it seems like Georgiev has been a little bit inconsistent this year. But I think you got to stick with the vet, Alexander Georgiev. For what it's worth, he played amazing last year in the playoffs. So he seems like when the stakes are elevated, he can play really, really good, and I definitely trust him. But it's nice to know that you got a young guy that you've developed for many, many years, and Justus Annunen coming up to in case he ever needs to come in and play, and have some spot starts and things like that. But the Avs right now are rolling. If they can find ways to start a little bit better, not put themselves in a position where they're uh, coming from behind. That would be good, especially for the playoffs. But man, oh man, are they cooking? And that in season trade of getting all those guys, Sean Walker and Middlestad's been huge. So kudos to them, man, and shout out to the Avs. And I'm really excited to make some more videos as the playoffs start with both Avs and Nuggets. And for the sake of not making this video too long, um, wanted to talk a little bit about some Broncos news. We made some moves. We made a move today. We signed Calvin Throckmorton. I think that's how you say the name. It's somebody that's has some history with Sean Payton. He's an interior lineman. He's played some left guard. He's played some right guard. He might have played a little bit of center throughout his career, but he's a good depth piece. Somebody that's going to come in to compete for that backup role with some other young guys. Looking at his PFF grades, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. He's been pretty terrible over the last few years. But it's always good to bring in veteran guys that are really brought in to be depth pieces to compete with other guys. Young guys can elevate their game in those situations and really earn that backup position. Or if you need to go in with a guy like Calvin to have some mop up duty or some spot starts here and there, maybe you can. So it could be somebody that might not even make the 53, but it's some news nonetheless. And we keep hearing all the same stuff right now. It's going to start quieting down now as we get closer to the draft itself and done with a lot of these pro days. But let's face the fact, guys, the Broncos are in it. They're in on every single quarterback, and I think at this point everything is possible with moving up, with staying put, with trading back. There's going to be a lot of smoke screens coming up. So as we get more information, as we get closer to the draft, we'll definitely know more. But right now, if you ask me, I think you do all your due diligence on the quarterbacks. If there's guys that you absolutely love, you go up and you get them. Even if you don't, if you love Bo Nix and you don't have to move from 12 to get Bo Nix, you still put the move in to go to 11 or 10. Give up minimal picks to go up and ensure that you get them. It sets a good precedent, and it really allows for the team and the organization to rally behind this guy, whoever it might be. If you like JJ McCarthy, you got to move up to get him. Great. My dream scenario is being able to get Drake May, but not at the expense of mortgaging the future, right? Next year's first round pick, maybe. The year after that, I ain't doing that. But we'll see. It's gonna be a lot of fun things coming on. So excited to discuss a lot of those things. But until then, man, we'll rock out with the Nuggets. Go Nuggets! I appreciate you guys riding with me, and also rooting for the Avs as well. So those are just my quick 2 cents, man. Not too much that I wanted to talk about in general, but I would love to get you guys' thoughts and comments or maybe some ideas of what to discuss in the next video, which will be coming to you tomorrow. But a mile high salute to you guys all. Have a wonderful day and take it easy. Peace out.